13, right? Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Shai, Book of Thumb to the brothers, Yahweh Hashem Alatan, Hashem Shai to the sisters, priest officer Hazahab here with Trooper. Right, this is Isupk Brooklyn, and the fight continues, man. You know what I mean? Let's go straight into the scriptures, right? What you got there?
This book of Ecclesiasticus, it says, Salaki, chapter 13, verse 15.
Okay.
Which reads, every beast loveth his like.
Mm-hmm. Every beast, according to the Bible, according to the Most High, He made every animal within their species to like their own kind. Right, keep reading.
And every man loveth his neighbor.
And every man loveth his neighbor. The people who you're around is the people that you love. You see what I'm saying? You don't ever hang around people that you don't love. You see what I'm saying? And that goes according to Israelite groups too. Should I talk about Israelite groups? Or should I? I don't know. Right? There are a certain woman, right, that would join the Isupk because we look like their same kind of species. We have the same kind of spirit. They want to be our neighbors. And then there's another kind of woman that sees us and be like, nah, I don't want to be with them. You know who I want to be with? With those ones over there. Mm-hmm. Because the woman is in charge over there. Women have power over there. One man, one woman, I want to be there. So she joins the ones that are like her. Because why? From the top.
Every beast loveth his like.
Every beast loveth his like. Every beast loveth animals and people that's like him. I don't know if I can get a check on the sound, right? Shalom, Yeshua Shai, Danisha Jones. What's going on, Danisha Jones? Danisha Jones, if you could do me a big favor, right? And tell me how we sound. If you can hear me, if you can see us okay. You know what I mean? What do you see on the feed here? You know what I mean? Or you could just type a 1. You could just say type a 1 if you can hear me, or you know what I mean? Type a 1 if you can see me, all right? Or if you can help me out, all right? I know sometimes it might look good on my side, but then on the other side, Hamani said everything's good. It's Most High in Christ, sister. Most High in Christ, Yeshua Shai. All right? Danisha Jones says 1. Throughout, sister, all right? Throughout, all right? Okay. All right, so read it from the top again, if I could.
This is Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 15. Every beast loveth his like.
Every beast loveth other beasts that are like him. Every woman likes women that are like them. So what kind of people is going to the Eastern Parkway Labor Day, getting on naked to go outside? Other women that's just like her. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come. And every man loveth his neighbor.
And every man loveth his neighbor. You see what I'm saying? And it's important in fighting demons when you're around a people and they all smoke weed. And you might be a man that you learn about the truth and finding out the end. It's like, and you can't stop smoking weed. And you're hoping that your boys and all of you will all come into the school together. This happened, right? It happened to me. I was hoping that my boys will all come into the school with me,
right? And
we will all learn to just stop smoking weed, and that way I would have to smoke weed, right? I mean, when really what I had to do was I had to, just like Abraham, who was going to give up his son. You know what I mean, just like how Christ said, you're going to get a new family. I had to realize the Lord was giving me a new family and new friends.
That's right.
And I had to lean away from them brothers who was always trying to pass me the blunt or whatever the case may be, so I could be allowed to become this new man, to become this priest. You see what I'm saying? Right. And everyone got to go through that same thing, and it hurts. It's hard. You see what I'm saying? Any more there?
Verse 16. All flesh consorteth according to kind.
All flesh are sort of according to kind. Now, this is very different than what Christians teach. See what I'm saying? Christians are going to beat you in the head all day. Revelation, see all tongues, all nations, all tongues, all kindreds, every tongue shall bow, and they're gonna put all of that Tower of Babel talk on you.
All right.
But the Bible says, God said in the Bible that what? All flesh
consorteth according to kind.
All flesh consort to kind. That English too, that con is that same con in Spanish. You see what I'm saying? Meaning they're sorted with their own. That con means with, so to consort,
right.
Sort with. You know what I mean? And that's what that is, all right? Keep reading. So we all sort ourselves to our neighborhoods. Say we're right here by Prospect Park.
Yeah, Prospect Park.
You know what I mean? So you got the black side of the park, because this is where we consort with. And you go across Prospect Park, there's an area, it's a neighborhood called, I don't know what they call over there. I don't even know what they call over there, but it's the white side of town.
Not sure.
I think it's Park Slope is what it is, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? People, we have to figure out what the place is even called.
Right.
Because we don't belong over there and they don't belong over here. But they're trying to infiltrate. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to take over, and they're not coming to be your friend or to join your neighborhood. Because when you see these devils in the neighborhood now, you don't see them coming to Flatbush and moving into Flatbush like as if, they just trying to be everybody's friends, and you see them walking the street with black people. You see what I'm saying? You see them walking by themselves and jogging by themselves, because every beast like of his own kind. All flesh are consortive to his own kind. Keep reading.
And a man will cleave to his like.
And the people from Park Slope who move to Flatbush, they don't come and cleave onto everybody in Flatbush.
Exactly.
They don't cleave to anyone in Flatbush, because that's unnatural. That's not how the Lord made the earth. You see how it is?
And if I may, sir, when you see them, they usually with other oppressors.
There you go.
They'll be like in twos or threes.
Yeah.
They'll be with their own kind.
They'll be with their own kinds. You see what I'm saying? So nobody should be coming up to the ISUPK talking about that's racist and that's wrong and you shouldn't teach that and that's not true, right? If someone online could tell me, right, if the feed is slow or if the feed is fuzzy or if there's a delay or if the feed is coming in a little bit unpixelated, right? Because I have 3 feeds up here, right? I can take one down so we can get more data buffering through 2 channels instead of 3. All right. So if someone could please let me know, you know what I mean, based on what's going on with the feed here, right? Just in case, all right? Right. Any more there?
Go
ahead.
Verse 17. What fellowship had the wolf with the lamb?
Right. What fellowship do black people have with white people? You see what I'm saying? They said wolf and lamb because a wolf devours a lamb. You see what I'm saying? A wolf goes hunting for lamb. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And white, for the oppressor, for sure, is his reputation. It's going in the wood and hunting to put Negroes on a tree with a rope around his neck. The reputation in New York is that all of the oppressors jump in a police car. You see what I'm saying? And they go in your neighborhood hunting for people who just might be hanging outside. They come up to you and you might be, you're raised a Christian, you're raised Rastafarian, so you might have a little weed on you. And they go hunting for everyone and anyone who not even doing violence, just got a little bit of weed on them. They go hunting for them to put them in jail.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There was a time that they had the stop and frisk law. Right? They had the stop and frisk law. Right? And they will go hunting for black people who are doing nothing. Latinos who are doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? To pull you over, sometimes beat you up, slap you in the face sometimes.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, one time, you know what I mean, coming home from high school, you know what I mean, after running track, you know what I mean, threw me up on the wall, lifted me up on the wall like this, took me off the ground by my book bag, got a Jansport book bag, hold me by the book bag, lift me up, and they were in my pockets. You know what I mean? Turned me around on the wall, searched me up. I might have been like 15 or something.
Sound like
You know what I mean?
sloppy.
Yeah.
Sound like the D's, man.
Yeah, it was them. They rolled up in a regular black car. You know what I'm saying? That time, I didn't even know that these was even police because at that time I never got hit with something like that before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Flat on Church Avenue,
Oh,
Flatbush. Ain't too far from here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Lift me off the ground by a closed seat time. This might have been like 9, 10 at night. So
Right.
seat time's closed. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? On the what you call that? The shutters.
Yeah.
Everybody across the street looking.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And white boys jump out the car. I'm like, what's going on? You know what I mean? At first they didn't even tell me.
Yeah.
And then I see the badge. Okay, this is police. You know what I mean? And they doing that in a black neighborhood. You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me see if I can get some of that there. Any more there?
Count.
Go ahead.
So the sinner with the godly, verse 18. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog?
What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? There's none.
Right.
And that's in the Bible. There's no agreement between the Israelites and the Edomites. This is not a melting pot. We're not melting together. You see what I'm saying? We're in the pot, yes. But it's hot water and hot oil. That's what's going on in this pot here. Okay. Let me see if I can get Psalms 58 and 1. Okay, Psalms 58 and 1.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness?
Oh, right. So do these police who's walking around acting like they're doing the right thing, they're doing right by the law? You know what I mean? Do they actually speak righteousness? You're talking about all this law and order. Oh my gosh! So I got the Babylon Timbuktu on me. I don't got the Babylon Timbuktu.
Yeah, that one.
You got the Most High and Christ. Hold on, keep reading there.
Come. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth.
Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Hold on.
Come.
Trying to find what's that page with the there we go, right here. I want General Turbo right here. Okay. Keep reading there. Keep reading there. Read it from the top again.
Psalms 58, verse 1.
Yeah.
Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness.
In their heart they work wickedness, meaning they might talk about, we need law and order. Let's get it now.
Come.
Right? Okay. This is a history book, right? This is Babylon Timbuktu. History book, right?
Right.
Rudolph Windsor, right? Scholar in history. You see what I'm saying? Went around the world, went to many colleges. He went to Philadelphia. We attended a community college in Philadelphia. Right there, he went to Gratz College, majoring in Hebrew and Aramaic studies. He went to Temple University, where he majored in Middle Eastern studies. He went to the University of Metaphysics, where he received a PhD in metaphysical philosophy. Right. So this is a man right here who got stars and stripes when it comes to education and research. Right. Give me this right here. Under Roman suzerainty, right?
Under Roman suzerainty and power, the Jews of Asia and North Africa rebelled.
The Jews of Asia and North Africa. That Asia is the Middle East. You see how people be talking about there's no Middle East, because why is there not a Middle West or Middle North? Middle East just means middle of the earth. East means Asia, meaning that section right there of Asia. It's not the Far East. It's not India, but it's in the middle of the earth in the East.
Exactly.
Right? And East means Asia, right? So there were Jews in Asia and Jews where?
North Africa.
And Jews in North Africa, because the Jews fled into North Africa. Oh, it's really delayed. Hold on. Is it better now? Is it less delayed now? Okay, from the top, right? We'll find out, right?
Under Roman suzerainty and power, the Jews
under Roman suzerainty. Who are the Romans? What race are the Romans? People act like there's no race in the Bible. Now this is not the Bible. This is a history book, but this is referring to the time of the people in the New Testament. And in the New Testament, there was a people called the Romans. Now those Romans were white people, undoubtedly white people. All right, go ahead.
And power, the Jews of Asia and North Africa rebelled.
The Jews of North Africa, now these Jews were not white. You see what I'm saying? First of all, don't know white Jewish man ever talk about he was in North Africa. You don't ever hear nothing about no Jewish man in North Africa. They don't align that with the history because it wasn't them. Right? Number one, the Jews in North Africa were there to hide from the Romans because in North Africa they had black people who they can blend with and pretend like they were not Jews. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead from the top.
Under Roman suzerainty and power, the Jews of Asia and North Africa rebelled. AD 115. The Jews considered themselves,
and we rebel like we always rebel. You see what I'm saying? We always the people that want to have a strike and want to have a march.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Hold on. Shalom. I'm in the library having class in Brooklyn. No, she's not gonna get there till probably like 9 or so. Okay, everything okay? You locked up? Call the call, but I know he got a key. Oh man. Okay, come. I'm sorry, Chris. So okay, go ahead from the top again. Oh, we got the definition of suzerainty. Right? Suzerainty is a relationship in which one state or other polity controls a foreign policy and relations of a tributary state while allowing the tributary state to have internal autonomy. The dominant state is called the suzerain. All right. So in other words, this means Rome took over areas outside of Rome. Right? And the areas that they took over, they put a man there, and he allows that man to run the state that's now the Roman state,
right,
as their own. So what happened was we know the time where they set Herod in our land,
right,
and Herod was allowed to rule, but Herod ruling for the Romans answers to the Romans in Rome. All right, so that's what suzerainty means, right? Right. So from the top again.
Under Roman suzerainty and power, the Jews of Asia and North Africa rebelled.
Right. So under Roman suzerainty, so meaning the Jews are being controlled from overseas. This is just like when America was under the British over here in the Americas, and then the American people rebelled against England. You see what I'm saying? That's right. Keep reading.
AD 115. The Jews considered themselves numerous enough to challenge Roman authority.
Right. We thought it was about numbers. It's not about numbers. You see what I'm saying? There was a time when we thought numbers was the winner, and the Lord turned to a brother, I believe it was Gideon, and said, "Yo, you got too many men with you. You need less men than that. You thinking that numbers is win? Numbers is not win. You see what I'm saying? The Most High is win." So what are we doing here? We trying to go to war against our oppressor without the Most High here. Wrong thing to do if you're an Israelite. All right, the Lord don't care nothing about numbers, and numbers don't make the kingdom. All right, keep reading.
To challenge Roman authority in the east and the south because of their numbers.
We try to do that here in New York. We try to have 1 million man youth march or something like that one time.
Man.
We tried to have a 1 million man march in Washington D.C. one time. You see what I'm saying? Your million man. First of all, it's not even a million. It's a couple. It might be a couple 100,000. Might be a few 100,000, but it's not a million. They just say million. And Farrakhan had a 1 million man march, and it came to be nothing. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Come. Salaki. Because of their numbers, the Jews almost subdued their adversaries, who had compelled them to suffer many atrocities.
Say it again from the top.
Because of their numbers,
read.
The Jews almost subdued their adversaries.
Because of their numbers, right? So in the carnal sense, right? The Jews almost looking like they was going to win. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Who had compelled them to suffer many atrocities.
Who suffered them because black people, the Israelites, are naturally stronger than the Romans. And we are naturally better fighters too. You see what I'm saying? The oppressor, he's used to having a tantrum. But these Israelites, they like to do push-ups,
right,
and do lift-ups on the traffic light, walk sign.
God.
You see what I'm saying? We're talking about people who like to run and will play football, will play basketball all day. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about people with great physical ability. You see what I'm saying? You're talking about people with greater physical ability and more numbers. You should have won that. But what happened? Read.
Salakia, many atrocities and indignities. Salakia, Emperor Trojan,
right? This is a white man history. Keep reading.
Sent his general Turbo,
right? Emperor Trojan, right? Trojan, I believe he might have been one of them people who rode in with the Trojan horse. See what I'm saying? It might have been. I'm not sure. It might have been. There's a reason why he got that name. You see what I'm saying? Now these are Caucasians, right? Attacking Negroes a long time ago. Right? He sent a man called what? General Turbo. You wonder where the word turbo in your car comes from. You know, you pushing on the turbo. Turbo is named after this man right here in history. Keep reading.
To bring law and order.
To bring what?
Law and order.
To bring what?
Law and order.
Now, have you ever heard of this man is the law and order president? Now, look, we don't know what that means without history, right? But white people do know. White people hear that, oh, this is the law and order senator. This is the law and order president. This is the law and order politician. You mean this is someone who's going to be all the way 100% against Negroes and Latinos? You see what I'm saying? He's trying to bring back the suzerainty. The suzerainty from where? From white America onto black and Latino America. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
To bring law and order. Instead of bringing law.
To bring law and order. In other words, lock everybody up. Make everybody pay for their crimes. He talks. Remember that scripture says he talks like he's about righteousness.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But in his mind, he worketh evil. Hold on. Drop that. Hold on. Give me that scripture there.
Psalms 58, verse 1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness?
Does he actually speak about real law and order? Does he really want law? Does he really want order? Keep reading.
God, do ye judge uprightly?
Does he judge by the outward appearance? Keep reading.
Oh, ye sons of men?
Oh, you sons of men. General Turbo was a son of man.
Right.
These are not sons of God. These are sons of men. You see what I'm saying? In particularly the Roman man. Today you might call him a white man. Right? Or a slave master or oppressor. Keep reading.
Verse 2. Yea, in heart ye work wickedness.
But he's talking all this law and order stuff. You see what I'm saying? He's judging from the outward appearance. They don't really understand. I shouldn't say that, right? I believe that everyone knows that we're the sons of God in upper echelon. You know what I mean? But now with all of the news, now we're the lowest people, and they see that we've been made to be the lowest people because of our sins. And they're going to judge the outward appearance, forgetting that you are going to pay for all the things you do to us. That's right. Because they judge the outward appearance. You see, they judge outwardly. Keep reading from the top. Yea,
Yea, in heart ye work wickedness.
In his mind, he's working evil. That's all he's doing. Talking all that law and order. He just means to do harm. You see what I'm saying? Donald Trump did the same thing. Donald Trump started coming out talking about, these criminals, I need the police to push them in the car harder. I need the police to tighten their cuffs harder. You see what I'm saying? What he was saying, he's acting like, he's going to fight crime.
Yeah.
Really, he just wants to ignite the thing in the oppressor to harm Black and Latinos. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Sloppy, if I may too, sir.
Remember now, right before that, white people was protesting, talking about with tiki torches from Home Depot, acting like they patriotic revolutionaries from the South. Talking about, you will not replace us. You will not replace us. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
Slacky, go ahead. Go ahead.
But Slacky, I was gonna say too. It was a point during I think the early presidency of Biden, Trump.
Yeah,
our people were really voting for Trump to come back because they wanted a stimulus check again or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is where that scripture, gift destroy the heart, comes in. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Y'all forgot about what he just said about smacking your head in the police car or stimulus check.
God. And not only that, people we vote. Some of our people wanted to vote for Donald Trump again because he made it seem like he's not really racist.
God.
He's just about law and order. God. He's just about doing the right thing, and you gotta do right, and you gotta help the economy. You shouldn't, he's acting like the law and order president.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But in his mind, he's the same old devil, the same old dragon, the same old serpent from the beginning. He was a murderer from the beginning. The lust of his father he will do, for sure. You see what I'm saying? He's the same. You see what I'm saying? I think he tried to marry a porn star one time.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying? I think his wife is a no good for nothing dumb model from one of them Eastern European countries that he went and married because she opened her legs to him. You see what I'm saying? I don't think they're anybody great. I think they're just the same as their fathers have always been. All right, keep reading.
Come. Ye weigh in violence, ye weigh the violence.
They weigh the violence
of your hands in the earth.
They weigh the violence of their hands in the earth. They do violence in the earth. They talk a good one.
Oh yeah.
They talk about, we're gonna stop crime, we're gonna help crime. What do we do with crime? I'm not sure yet. We're gonna think, but we have to get the crime down. The crime is too high. There's too much gun crime in New York City, right? So what do? Put Mayor Eric Adams there. All the police resign. All the police don't want to do none of the work. All the police want to resign. So what happens? Less police. Brothers who don't know no better. Crime goes up. Brothers got beefs. They got issues that they don't know how to handle. You see what I'm saying? They got offenses with each other. Right. And they don't know what to do. So carnality says, kill, shoot, murder, stab. You see what I'm saying? And now Eric Adams, he's there like, I don't know what to do. You see what I'm saying? And then so what's going to happen after him now? He's a prophet of the Lord now, right? After him now, you're going to have the law and order mayor. You see what I'm saying? Because he's going to have what? 3 years, 4 years, or whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. So all of the violence in New York City gets to go right here and right here. And when it's right here, like it is right now, right? All of the young ones, what are they doing? Learning to do the same thing. So now you got one generation, right, of brothers killing each other and thinking it's all cool to kill each other. And they get to pass the demon down to more younger brothers. So now you're going to have 2 generations of brothers out there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And around town, and you know what I mean? More crime. Then there's what? There's more work for the law and order mayor who's to come. To put down to put his foot down on our necks, really. Right. Put his foot down on crime, and put his foot down on drug dealing, and to put his foot down on scamming, which really means they get through our sins, they've been given permission to step on our necks more. You know what I mean? Hold on, give me 1 Peter 5:8. 1 Peter 5:8. Hold on, should we stop that? No, let's get Jeremiah 8. Jeremiah 8 and 11. All right, Jeremiah 8 and 11. Okay, big up to Yaquatas, all right? Buffalo, New York, we see you, all right? Shalom, Yahweh Shemashai, brother Saul. All right, yeah, Jeremiah 8, verse 11.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, and verse 11.
Mm-hmm. Now, what did Mayor Eric Adams do? He tried to have all the faith leaders in New York have rallies around the city, pay them grants. You see what I'm saying? That's what he tried to do. You see what I'm saying? Thinking that church was going to be the answer. Church is not the answer. We could have told you that from 1969. We could have told you that church is not the answer. Right? That a bunch of people were going outside. You see them all around town all summer. Don't shoot. Stop the crime. Take away the guns. You hear all of that stuff, right? Take away the guns, meaning what? Read.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
For they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly.
Right. So during the protest and all of this, and Mayor Eric Adams is pushing money to people to protest violence. For a second, we feel like there's hope. We've been healed slightly, and then you got some motivational speakers come out, and brothers who've been shooting some cats be like, "He's right. We should have peace in the city. We all should hold hands. Yeah, it's better. I don't want to go to jail. Yeah, you're right. You see what I'm saying? But the offenses between him and the other man still remain because these Christians don't fix no demons.
Right.
These Christians don't help brothers to really heal the hurt that's in them. They heal the hurt slightly though, just for a second, just with some motivational speaking, a nice song to calm everybody for a moment. They play the tambourine and the music and the piano, you know what I mean? And they go outside and they get all the young cheerleaders to go outside and they throw their legs in the air and don't shoot, no guns, gun crimes and all that no gun stuff. Right. Keep reading.
Saying peace.
What did they say?
Peace.
No guns. Keep reading. Say it again.
Peace.
Take away the guns, because when you take the guns, there is
peace.
To have a gun buyback program, because that's gonna give more
peace.
But what's the reality? Read.
When there is no peace,
there is no peace in that stuff. That's a lie. To have some gathering in the park where everybody gets together and we're gonna hold hands and we're gonna tell everybody to give their guns back. The Lord said that doesn't give you peace. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Lord said in the Bible. All right. Skip. Now we're gonna go to give me Isaiah 31 and 1 right quick, and then we're gonna go to 1 Peter's.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Woe to those people that are thinking that more police is the answer.
Right.
Going to the oppressor. The Egyptians was our oppressors a long time ago, and America's fashioned after that same Egypt.
God.
Right? Death is coming. Woe in the Bible means death. You see what I'm saying? It means death and destruction.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? You call for more police. They're the one who's going to hurt your son. God. For a crime he didn't do, and lock him up for a crime he didn't do, and on the body camera, they're gonna pull you over, pull your son over, all right, and they're gonna search your car, see nothing's in there, and he's gonna pull out his own bag of weed that he got from Staten Island before he came to Brooklyn to go to work in the precinct, and he's gonna sprinkle that weed in your car and say, I smell weed. Oh, there we go. Look, I got a little bag of weed. Put it on the camera, because he knows the camera is. Right. And the whole time he's searching your car, and you search right here on camera, doesn't see anything, and then he puts the bag right there, and then look what I got right here. I guess I wasn't looking good enough. And he says, right, look, yeah, a little bag of weed. That's your son. This is who you ask for. You ask for these police.
Sounds about white.
Yeah, man. Sounds about white, right? We black people have asked for all of this police in the neighborhood, thinking that we're gonna get crime now. What did we do? Because you didn't want to heal the brothers that was here. Instead, you send them all to jail. And now because all the brothers are in jail, there's no older man to tell the younger men, yo, we lived that life. Don't go through that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There's nobody to pass down the lesson. Now these kids are raising themselves, and there's a gun available. And what? People saying peace, peace when there is no peace. Right? Read that there again.
Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. You cannot get your oppressor to help you with the crimes in your neighborhood. Hold on, give me verse 31. Right there, right here. Verse 31, right here.
Okay, come. Verse 30. Chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children.
Woe to the rebellious children. We are the children of our fathers and mothers. And we rebelled against the Most High, thinking that we're going to have answers in America, because that was biblical time. This is 2022. We're in modern times. We can't use that no more. Read it again.
Woe to the rebellious children.
The Lord is saying death is coming to the rebellious children. Death, whether it be by AIDS, monkeypox, whether it be by stray bullets, you see what I'm saying? Whether it be by depression because you're single at 40, you see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Saith the Lord.
This is God saying this. Keep reading.
That take counsel, but not of me.
You take counsel from people on TV. You take counsel from feminists, right? But you don't take counsel from the Lord.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You want to you want to sort something out with your man, right? Because you and your man is going through hard times and your relationship is rocky right now. You don't think to go find the answers in the Bible. You think to go get the answers from Megan Thee Stallion, and Shen Sia, and Cardi B, right? And they're gonna resort to the songs, and the songs is gonna say, F that N-word, this that N-word, hot girl summer, FNF, hanging out the windows with my wretched ass friends, twerking on the headlights, right? But when you go into their life, when you go into Cardi B's life and Megan Thee Stallion's life, they're trying to hold a solid relationship with their man.
Exactly.
They're not trying to say F. I don't know what F and F mean. I believe it means F niggas something.
F nigga free.
F nigga forever. F nigga free.
F nigga free.
I don't know that. That makes no sense, right? But their lifestyle don't make no sense. These are the rebellious children. Don't take counsel from people in songs. You cannot get advice for love in songs. We tried it. Trust me, man. I used to listen. I used to wonder how these guys get all girls out here. You know what I mean? Growing up, because I was raised with very little decent role models. You know what I mean? My role models was niggas in the street. And when I thought to how do I throw some, throw some gay men, a shorty. I'd be like, let me go look up Trey Songz. Let me go look up these cats. You know what I mean? I was not into these cats, but I wanted game. You know what I mean? And all they lead to is sleeping with her and throwing her away. And getting with another. Trey Songz taught me how to talk to another man's woman. That's real talk.
That's what most of the songs are.
And I was a long time ago. I tell you, when I was a teenager. You see what I'm saying? All of his advice was how to talk to another man's woman. You see what I'm saying? Right? But that doesn't get you love. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Oh man, it's sad. Boy.
That's dangerous advice too.
It is dangerous advice. You know what I'm saying?
Deadly advice. Deadly advice, man.
For real talk. You know what I mean? Some brothers risk their lives, man. Going to all kind of projects and hoods. You know what I mean? We risked our lives, man. You know what I mean? I never had no personal bad experience, but I knew some brothers who got chased by a gang of brothers. Yeah. You know what I mean? In Bushwick. You know what I mean? It's not the nicest scene. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
Yeah, man. Any more there?
Come. That take counsel, but not of me. And that cover with a covering.
They cover with a covering, meaning they dress themselves in a culture. That's what?
But not. They cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Right. Not of the Lord's spirit, meaning the Lord gave everyone a spirit. And the Lord made our spirit to be a certain way. And our spirit is supposed to be the Lord's spirit. You see what I'm saying? We're supposed to wear. What does that mean? Our lifestyle. What is lifestyle in biblical terms? The Tanakh. The Tanakh means lifestyle. The Tanakh no Torah. Torah means lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? I mean, we gotta wear the Bible because this is who we were. You see what I mean? This is the lifestyle we're supposed to have. But now instead of that, we're gonna do what? Shave off the side of our heads and say that we're feminists and we got all the answers to everything. We are our people. You've seen it before. Our people that you see outside who's not in the ISUPK. That is the rebellious people that the Lord is talking about. You see what I'm saying? That take counsel, but not counsel of the Lord. They get counsels from best friends who don't know how to keep a man. And you're gonna get advice from someone who don't know how to keep a man, and she's gonna help you not keep a man. You see what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen. You gotta get counsel from men of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Brothers saying things. You know what I'm saying? We was raised without our fathers, so we don't really know what to do. So we get counsel. You see what I'm saying? And I cause Jeremiah Hyman. You know what I mean? If I ever show you how much calls I got looking for counsel from Jeremiah Hyman, you know what I mean? It's probably like the pages in this book right here. All this right here would be like Jeremiah Hyman. Whenever I came in 2015, you know, call. I'm saying calling Captain Zakar, Captain Kadzar, calling all the counselors. You know what I'm saying? Call Captain Zarya. Ask a question. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm looking for answers from the Lord with the Lord's Spirit. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for answers that we know is failures. We see the result of them, and we know that if I ask that person, answer them questions, I'm gonna end up like that person. I don't want to end up like that person. You see what I'm saying? I see Captain Zarya with what, 7 wives now? Yeah. You got 7 wives because he's making 7 marriages work. All to him. So I know he knows something about some wives. That's right. You know what I mean? Jeremiah Hyman got wives. You never see him because he knows how to be a good husband. You see what I'm saying? I see him always in class. I see him at all the cookouts. Why? Because his wife is not bossing him around. He's the bossing them around. You see what I'm saying? Sure. And he keeps them in a place where they don't get to be entangled with influence or coverings that's not of the Lord to stop them from being unsuccessful wives or harmful wives to their marriages. You know what I mean? Let's go back to 31 and 1, right? Yeah.
So Isaiah 31 verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Right. So women shouldn't try to go and get American advice for marriages. And when it comes to gun crime, you cannot go to the oppressor to think that he's gonna have answers for gun crime. Keep reading.
Come. And stay on horses and trust in chariots.
Right. Because
they are many.
Right. So we trust in these many police cars and these police vans because there's many police cars and police vans in New York. So we think that look at all these police cars and all of these Ford Explorers, right? And these undercovers in these Ford Tauruses and Ford Fusions. You know what I mean? Yeah, these police, they're gonna have an answer according to the Bible. That's wrong. Okay. Yeah, we can drop that now. We can get 1 Peter 5 and 8. Is there any more there?
Come.
Go ahead.
And in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
Right. They look to white police, but we don't consider God. Mainly because of that Christian church. That Christian church made us not consider the Lord because the Christian church told us to pray, and through the Christian church, our prayers don't get answered. Through the Christian church, we see the Lord taking no action. So we don't look to the Most High because of these Christian churches that was raised and made in America, made by Egypt, this place here. You see what I'm saying? Any more there? Go ahead.
Neither seek the Lord.
And we don't seek them. We don't seek the Lord. We don't look in the Bible for answers. Mayor Eric Adams, he called all the faith leaders, and the faith leaders don't look in the Bible. The faith leaders look to, there's a grant. We're gonna take money. That's what they think. They're gonna say, okay, no problem. We're gonna have we know they already know it's gonna be unsuccessful. They know that they're not gonna slow down on gun crime.
Right.
All these Christian churches gathered together at Nyack University in South Manhattan. You see what I'm saying? They know they're not gonna help, but they figured, there's money, let's just take it. Why take the job if you know that you're gonna be garbage in it? You see what I'm saying? Because they know that they're gonna get paid whether they do good or bad, and they know they're gonna do bad, and they know they're gonna get paid, so they do it. Because I guess rent is high. Yeah. Because it's free money, I guess, right? And that's what's going on in New York City, right? Where you got there?
It's the book of First Peter, chapter 5 and verse 8.
Mayor Eric Adams should be coughing up all the dough and giving to the ISUPK. We went to the Mayor Eric Adams, right? Hold on. Should we let's get the before we get that, let's get Nehemiah 2 and 7. All right, let's get Nehemiah 2 and 7. Okay. All right. Nehemiah should be right after the book of Judges. Might be after Kings. So you gotta go way back more. Way back. Go before Psalms. Yeah, you got Proverbs and Psalms, right? So you want to go a little more. Give me right there. In Chronicles, it should be around here, right?
Okay.
There we go, right there, right? So we got Nehemiah. What did I say again? Nehemiah 2 and 7. Okay. Go ahead.
Book of Nehemiah, chapter 2, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, I said unto the king, if it please the king.
Right. Here's what the king of any city would do. The mayor of any city would do. Right. The governor, the president of any city would do. Right. Or any country. Right. He would want the crime to go down so he can be elected another term. He wants to see good results going on in the country. He wants to be pleased with those results. Read that part again.
Moreover, I said unto the king, if it please the king, let letters be given me to the governors beyond the river, that they may convey me over till I come into Judah.
Right. Judah was the name of our hometown. Right. And he had to get permission to get what? Letters to the governors in those places, right? Meaning the local precincts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That he may be escorted there. Why? Because other police will pull him over. Right? And this is some thousands of years ago.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 8. And a letter unto Asaph, the keeper of the king's forest, that he may give me timber to make beams for the gates of the palace, which appertained to the house and for the wall of the city.
Right. So now he's saying like, yo, I'm gonna get your gun crime down. Here's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna give me some money because timber costs money. Right. I'm gonna get some money and I'm gonna build these places back. You see what I'm saying? Because y'all done broke this place down and you broke it down thinking that you won't get good results by breaking this place down. You gotta build them back up to make them right. You see what I'm saying? You wanna get the gun crime down. Stop starving them. You see what I'm saying? You want to keep crime down and all these financial crime and scamming down. Stop raising their rent. Make it livable for them, and they might not consider, the pressure of trying to get fast money quick, trying to solve their issues. Keep reading.
For the walls of the city and for the house that I shall enter into. And the king granted me according to the good hand of my God upon me. And
the king gave him money to do what? Fix the people. Which is what Mayor Eric Adams tried to do. And he got the ISUPK, you know what I'm saying? We signed up. You see what I'm saying? And we were successful. We went into the middle of Times Square to show our people that we are not Africans. And what did the African do? Come and get on his knees and apologize for slavery. Right. And Nigerian came and put his knees right on the ground in front of us. You see what I'm saying? Come in and asked him, why are you bowing down over here? And he says he come to apologize. Apologize for what? He said he apologized because he sold you people into slavery.
That's right.
Now what does that do? That means that we don't have to look to be African anymore. Meaning that what? We get to look for who we are and how did our race live peacefully in history, what worked and what didn't work. But if you're gonna try to live and be like someone else, you call that being fake. And a person who's fake doesn't get peace. You see what I'm saying? He gets exposed and rejected by the people that he wants to be like. You see what I'm saying? He's degraded by the people that he wants to be like. You see what I'm saying? trying to keep up with a lifestyle that's not his. Okay, we can drop that, all right?
Okay.
And that's that, right? Give me back to 1 Peter 5:8 now, right? And even Nehemiah, he knew this. Wait, guys, you got 1 Peter 5:8?
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant.
Be sober and be vigilant. Have a right sense of mind. You see what I'm saying? Know what to look out for. Why? Keep reading.
Because your adversary,
meaning the opposing race to you. Your adversary, who?
the devil.
This devil is an actual person. Keep reading.
As a roaring lion.
As a roaming lion, a lion is roaming about. What is a lion always roaming around to do? Eat. Keep reading.
Walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
Right. This devil, he walks about looking for who he can devour. And Nehemiah seen that like, yo, these people are trying to devour my people. Right. Yo, I need an escort. You see what I'm saying? Tell the governors that I'm coming and to don't harm me. And we got to do the same thing going to camp. We have to get permits to go to camp. You see what I'm saying? It's in the Bible to get a permit. We just read it in Nehemiah. Because without these permits, the governors of that area, the precinct, is going to come down because someone's going to say, hey, these people out here, they're spewing hate. They're talking about all this black stuff and helping black people. They're spewing hate. As if that's hate to love your own people, right? And they're going to call the local precinct, and the local precinct is going to come to shut it down, arrest you, or not arrest you, but tell you can't speak out here no more. You're going to pack up and leave. So you have to get a permit. Tell them, no, like, yo, we're not a hate group. We're not spewing hate. We come to teach the Bible. And when they come outside, someone say, hey, there's someone out here that they're talking about this black leader stuff and loving black people. They're spewing hate. And then they're going to come and then they're going to look. Say, oh, this is what Lieutenant McGillicuddy was talking about. These guys reading the Bible. Oh, they're reading the Bible. Yeah, sorry, we can't do nothing about it. And that's what they're going to do. Click. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
Like it, if I may. They're only saying this spewing hate because they know once we start staying inclusive and only dealing with our own people, every other society falls because they all built this place off of the blood shed and backs of our people. So that's hate to them because they can't exploit us or infiltrate us anymore because we're not dealing with them. We're only dealing with our people.
You know what's deep about what you just said? What you just said is the same thing that General Turbo just said. Because they can't get to exploit us no more. Right. So they say, look, these guys are spewing hate. In other words, law and order. Come and stop this hate. They call in this order in the city. Because the order is white people do good. Or sorry, oppressors do good. Right. Black and Latinos doing all the crime. Nobody complains about hate then. They don't see black on black crime and says, that's hate. They don't do that. You see what I'm saying? They see black people telling other black people like, yo, the Bible says that you're the best. You're God's people in the Bible. Right. Deuteronomy 7:6 says he loved. Let's get Deuteronomy 7:6. Right? Here's what the Lord said in the Bible. Here's what God said in the Bible. Right? Deuteronomy 7:6. Okay, this is what people don't like. They hate this one especially.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Christians don't never talk about God got a special people. You ever heard a Christian talk about God got a special people that he loves above all the other people on the earth? Read the part again.
For thou art a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You'll never hear no Christian talk like that. Right. You'll never hear no Christian talk about that in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Now, according to the Bible, right, this is talking about the people who the Lord have brought low for their sins, who are black, Latinos, and Native Indians. You see what I'm saying? But when we talk about telling black people and Latino people that this is the people that the guy was talking about in the Bible, that they're the best. Oh no, that's hate. That's hate. That's racist. That's bigotry. That's wrong. We're all the same. That's not true. My pastor didn't teach me that. What do? Go on the phone and call up law and order. We're gonna stop this hate group. We're gonna stop these people talking about black people are better than the other people. We're gonna stop that. And then here comes the force. You see what I'm saying? Here comes New York's finest.
the modern day Roman centurion.
The modern day Roman centurion. The New York, the boldest, the bravest. You see what I'm saying? Here they come, doing what they always do, to harm blacks and Latinos.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To harm blacks and Latinos. That's what they do. That's their job. That's their mission. And then, you know another thing too. You don't know why people in the KKK. You know why they wore hoods? To conceal their identity. So when the KKK would have moved today, guess what they're gonna do? They're not gonna walk down Fulton Street wearing hoods and clothes. They're gonna do what they always did: hide their identity, so you don't know that they're in the KKK, and they're gonna be in the police guard, and they're gonna be in the KKK.
Right.
Neo-Nazis, tattoos all over them, but you can't see under there. They're long sleeve blue shirt. That's why they don't wear no short sleeves, because all of their elbows got that spider web that says that they're in this particular white supremacist group, and they all believe it, and they're all wearing. They all vote for Donald Trump, and they all want America to be great again. You see what I'm saying? And they all say we gotta stop all this gun crime and take away the guns. But I don't hear them talking about taking away no guns from these Jewish people that got caught selling and trafficking guns. I don't hear nobody talking about we gotta stop all these Jewish people trafficking these guns because they got caught trafficking guns. You don't hear that. You hear them going to blacks and Latinos. Stop all this gun crime. In other words, lock up all of the black men so we can take the neighborhood. We can gentrify the neighborhood.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, what are you gonna say?
I was going to further something you said about them wearing hoods. They also called the Invisible Empire.
The Invisible Empire.
And the Klan. A lot of these cops, they're really the modern day Roman centurion empire. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of them come from Rome. They're Italian. They even have Italian flags in the precinct.
Right.
So they're letting you know, they're letting you know that these are the modern Edomites in Rome that we went to war with in Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing: we don't know that we were the Israelites.
That's the problem.
So if we don't consider being the Israelites, then we can't attribute ourselves to the history that they've done to us already. And that they look in the books to just repeat the same thing.
Right.
They look in the books and they want to be General Turbo. They want to be Nero. They want to be Julius Caesar.
God.
They want to be Emperor Trojan. They want to be Lassomachus and what's the other one? They want to be Ptolemy. You see what I'm saying? Right. They want to be Cassandra. But we don't know nothing. We don't look at that and consider that to be us. We look at Shaka Zulu. And who we look at? People that was never us. You see what I'm saying? We look at Shaka Zulu and we look at the Igbo tribe and Yoruba tribe and movies made by white people called the Black Panther. We think of Wakanda and we think of coming to America. And we think of going to a place where there's just peace and there's no white police, it's just peace. That's not real life. That's not true. You see what I'm saying? We were the Israelites that was raided by these Romans in 70 AD and 115 AD. We were those people. You see what I'm saying? And if we don't recognize that, then we can't understand the war that we've been born in. We can't understand this 3,000 year beef that we know nothing about, that we're born in. But we're on a side wondering now, what the hell is going on? You just born, gunshots flying over your head, growing up, gunshots flying over your head, and not understanding why they're doing this to us. You see what I'm saying? We don't understand why they are the way they are, and why they're coming for us. You see what I'm saying? We have no idea. You know what I mean? But no problem. The Isupk under Commander J. Hano is looking to change that, to give us our identity back, man. You know I mean, we were the Israelites. We were the real Jews, man. Hold on. I don't know if there's anybody online that don't know this already, because we're going to the scriptures that talk about how we were the Jews. Hold on. Give me this right here. Right? This paragraph right here. It's page 86, Babylon Timbuktu. Go.
In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies.
In the year 65 BC, time. What the Roman armies? Part of history. Read. This is real history. Read.
Right. The Roman armies under General Pompey.
The Roman army. This is white people. White people are the Romans in history. under General Pompey, time and place of a president.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? General Pompey was like their president back then. That's like saying America in the time of Trump. You know what years those was. But if I say America in the time of Nixon, that's a time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If I say America in the time of George Washington, that's a time. Now they're saying the Roman army is under General Pompey. That's a time. Keep reading.
Come. Captured Jerusalem.
They did what?
Captured Jerusalem.
They captured Jerusalem, meaning the people in Jerusalem were not white because the Romans were white. Read.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
He put an end to the Jewish state, meaning the Jews were no longer thinking that they were Jews. They ran off to be Africans.
Right.
And they ran off to fight lions in the Roman Colosseum. That's what all them black figures on those vases in Greece and Rome be about. Because there were black people that was dragged into those places. That's why the people on the vases are black.
Right.
Keep reading.
With great slaughter.
With what?
Great slaughter.
That's what they do today. Same thing today. We're on the great slaughter today. Turn on the news, every day is another brother getting shot. Every day. Keep reading.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
And many outrages. That LGBT thing is outrageous too. They forcing all the kids to think that they're gay. Because what's one thing that a person knows when a black or Latino person becomes gay? They get AIDS. They get AIDS and their life is short, and they're gonna cough up all of their money to stay alive with some AIDS pill. That's the only reason why they're alive. And it's $1,000 a pill. That's the last time I heard. Damn. Hold on. Okay, so the things that we gotta wrap up, all right? Go ahead.
During the period of Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews.
1 million Jews. Now remember right? Before America, there's no race called the Negroes because we was named the Negroes here. Before we came here in slavery in the Americas, there was no black people because we was labeled black people here. You see what I'm saying? There was no people called the Latinos because we was labeled the Latinos here, labeled the Hispanics here, labeled as the colored people here, labeled African American here. So you gotta look for names that we had before slavery, before we had all these labels, and before we had all these labels, we were called the Jews. It was called the Israelites. Read.
Fleeing from Roman persecution.
Just like any black people who see that white people are murdering everybody. You see what I'm saying? You flee from the south because they're lynching everybody and you go to the north.
Right.
You're fleeing Roman persecution. And persecution meaning they call you a criminal when you're not. Really, they just made your whole race look like they're a bunch of criminals. And now you gotta flee the persecution on a population. Keep reading.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
Fleeing from white persecution and white slavery. Did I say it right? Does it sound right? I think it does sound right. Yeah. Right? We did have white slavery over us. Keep reading.
The slave markets. The
slave markets. Read.
Were full of black Jew slaves.
Now, have you ever heard of black Jew slaves in the slave market? I have. I think they call it Wall Street in New York. You see what I'm saying? Only thing is, they took off the black Jews and they said, nigga. See what I mean? That's what's going on in history. Right? Any more there?
Salaki, that's it.
That's it, right? Right. Yeah. And they said in Africa, right? The slave market in Africa was full of black Jew slaves, meaning what? They were black Jews in Africa. Now, who are they? Where are they at? I'll tell you where they are. They're right here. And they're right here. That's where they are. That's where we are the children of those same black Jew slaves that they had in Africa. See what I'm saying? You go to Africa today. Ain't no black Jews in Africa. You might have Jewish people who converted, regular Nigerians that are converted, but where were the people that were black Jews by ethnicity and not by religion? Okay? Hold on. Give me Zechariah 11:5. Zechariah 11:5. All right.
Book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
The people who bought us and sold us as slaves, they hold us. They are our possessors, meaning they have us in their cities. They own us. They tell you they the one that determine whatever you wear, how you should think.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They're the one that's giving you the counsel for all these Steve Harvey shows and all of these silly Ellen DeGeneres shows and with Wendy Williams. They the one who decide, yeah, we like her, we don't like her. Put her on TV. Don't put her on TV. They the one who decide because they are our possessors. And they do what on the top?
Whose possessors slay them.
Our possessors, they slay us in the streets. And do what?
And hold themselves not guilty.
They say, there's a law that says a police officer is allowed to kill someone by mistake. And it's not considered murder. You see what I'm saying? That was George Floyd. You see what I'm saying? George Floyd's guy, you see what I'm saying? They put him in jail, but they put him in Club Fed, and he'll be moved around somewhere or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Eric Garner's murderer, moved him somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? Give him time off and move him somewhere else. Right? Who's read it again?
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
You know why they hold themselves not guilty? Because they murdered us for law and order. Law and order. We gotta have law because we got the crime so high. It's a jungle out there. That's you know what they say. The crime's high. It's a jungle out there, right? Hold on, drop that. Give me Philippians 2:15. Philippians 2:15. Okay. And I believe Philippi was a place, right? So Philippia, Thessalonian, Galatia, right? Rome, right? These were places that we went to in captivity. It's no different than saying the Haitians, right? Or the Black Americans, Romans, Americans. You see what I'm saying? Thessalonians, Haitians. Galatians, Jamaicans. You see what I'm saying? Just like that. Colossians, Trinidadians. You know what I mean? What's the other ones? Brazilians, Ecuadorians, Colombians, right? It goes right along with Corinthians, Guatemalans, Mexicans. It's the same thing, right? It's an identity that was not ours. Go ahead.
It's book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse 15. That ye, 14. That ye may be blameless and harmless.
Right. You have to make sure amongst all these things, you're blameless and harmless. Keep reading.
That you may be blameless and harmless, that the sons of God without rebuke.
And the sons of God are the Israelites. It's not all people. Keep reading.
In the midst of a crooked and perverse nation.
In the midst of a what?
Crooked and perverse nation.
Nation in the Bible is race. Nation in the Bible is race. In the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, that's America.
God.
That's us living in America. We are in the middle. We are right in the center, surrounded by a crooked and perverse race of people. Crooked meaning everything they do is under the table and dirty. They are low down, dirty. What do they always say? Oh, I don't like the politician. He's a crook. Or they're in what? They're in Brooklyn with the Italian mafia. All the crooks. Crooks and they're branded about it. Crooks and cashiers. And we thought, our silly mind, getting counsel from these musicians and rappers, thought to be, we gotta be just like these white people. We gotta be just like the mafia. I'm gonna be Corleone, you're gonna be Gotti, and I'm gonna be Luciano. You got Fede Luciano, right? You got the brother called one time. The brother called Glasses Malone.
Yo
Gotti. So after John Gotti,
right?
You see what I'm saying? We try to be like white people. That's the problem. We're trying to be like white people. Every young sister going to college is trying to be like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. They want to be a judge because Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a Jewish woman, was a judge.
Right.
And they want to follow after white people. We want to be white people. All the young brothers, Bloods and Crips, GDs, they all want to be Tony Montana, man. A white man from Cuba. That's what we all want to be. He was not a Manessa. He was supposed to be, I think he was supposed to be like a Jewish man or something like that. Yeah. He was some kind of white man. Tony Montana. You see what I'm saying? Any more there?
In the midst of a crooked and perverse nation.
That's us in America. We're in the midst between a crooked and perverse nation. Keep reading.
Among whom ye shine as lights in the world.
And in the middle of all these people, we are the one who become the superstars. Our poetry is the one that's recognized. Michael Jackson is the king of pop, not Elvis Presley. Right. You see what I'm saying? We are the one that shine as stars. Yeah, you're gonna have sports with all white athletes, bunch of losers. Get some black ones. LeBron James, dude. I don't want to say the way he's nobody should mention him anymore. You see what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. We become stars. Serena Williams become stars. We shine, and we outshine these people. You see what I'm saying? And how we carry ourselves dictates how the world looks at us. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna stop being like these people, man. Any more there? We're gonna leave it right there, right? You know what I'm saying? This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Our school location at 2279. We are right now, every Wednesday, we're gonna be right here in Brooklyn, right? At the Brooklyn Public Library at Grand Army Plaza. Right? The Brooklyn Central Public Library. I wanted to say Central Library in Brooklyn, right? At Grand Army Plaza. We're gonna be here. You're gonna. If you're on Facebook, you're gonna message me on Facebook and let me know you wanna come to class. I'll give you the conference room and we're gonna get it on, right? That's our time. Shalom.